Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping to a really interesting series, Julie's Place, Family Chaos and Unveiled Past. We've got this great overview, and our mission is basically to figure out what makes the show tick, why it's more than just your average family dramedy. Okay, let's unpack this.
Exactly. And what I think is really key, what we'll focus on, are those specific things that make Julie's Place stand out, why it's sort of designed to grab you and, frankly, keep you watching.
Right, so the basics. It's an hour-long show. Family dramedy is the label. And it's all about Julie. She used to be an investigative author. Now she's a mom to 6 kids. She's juggling this huge, chaotic family life, but also dealing with, this past that just won't stay quiet.
That's the core setup, chaos plus secrets.
So the overview talks about this A-track, which sounds like pure family mayhem. What are some moments that really bring that Stehouwer house chaos to life for you? Make it feel real.
Oh, it paints such a clear picture. I mean, think about mornings being like a marathon just to get out the door by 8 a.m. You've got these little details like 5-year-old Sophie putting on lipstick right before her school picture.
Ah, classics.
Or Adam. He's the young logic guy, right? He orders like $47 worth of tacos.
Oh, $47.
Yeah. And his justification is it saves money on gas compared to driving somewhere. It's that kind of believable, funny chaos. And you've got Julie, the mom. She's charismatic, holding it together. Mostly.
And Kurt, the husband, the calm one.
Kurt's the anchor.
Yeah.
Definitely the calm center in that whirlwind. It just feels so authentically messy, in a good way.
Totally relatable, that kind of everyday madness. But okay, here's where it gets really interesting. The overview mentions this B-track, suspense. How does that fit in?
Well, that's the clever part. What's fascinating here is how it's not separate. The B-track, the mystery, it feeds directly into the family stuff. So Julie's secret past, right? She wrote this big expose, Grand Haven Secrets. That gets revealed. Bam.
And that changes things for the family.
Big time. It's not just some side plot. It brings in things like this moody bar, a posto, whispers about crime, figures like this Father Bobby character. It puts the family potentially in danger, or at least under scrutiny. It creates this constant tension, this what happens next feeling that really drives the series forward. It's woven right in.
Okay, so it's not just family sitcom stuff overlaid with a random mystery. It's integrated.
Exactly. Very tightly woven.
And the kids, the overview stressed they're more than just, part of the chaos. What makes them special?
Oh, absolutely. They're not just background.
Right. Yeah.
Each kid is really sharply drawn. They have their own personalities, their own stuff going on. You mentioned Adam, the logician. Then there's Brett, the pragmatist, trying to avoid dressing up with Operation Comfort.
Comfort. Love it.
And Sophie, who's got that rebellious streak and maybe her mom's sharp tongue. Emma and Amelia, sensitive but sassy. They actually grow and change. They have real emotional depth that's impressive.
That depth sounds key. The overview mentioned a specific Thanksgiving episode, something about prestige potential.
Yes. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, that emotional resonance is a huge part of its strength. It's why people talk about prestige potential. It's not just fluff. It tackles complex stuff with nuance. That Thanksgiving episode is a perfect example. There's this moment where the adult version of Brett gives this incredibly moving speech about his late brother, Adam James. He reframes Thanksgiving as a day of mourning, acknowledging his brother's Tonkawa heritage.
Wow, that's heavy for a family dramedy.
It is, but it's handled with such respect and depth.
Yeah.
It shows the show isn't afraid to go there, to blend the light with the genuinely profound.
Okay, so it's got the laughs, the heart, the depth, and suspense. It sounds like season 1 really sets things up for the long haul, that cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, it's built for longevity. Season 1 ends with Julie's secret book basically going public. Suddenly, her family's safety, their privacy, it's all threatened. She has to confront her past now. It perfectly tees up a potentially explosive season 2. You're left needing to know what happens.
So this mix of everything, the family, the mystery, the humor, the serious themes, how does it all work together so well? And what about that 4-quadrant appeal thing?
Well, this raises an important question. Because that blend is why it's so marketable, why it has that broad appeal. It pulls you in emotionally with the family stuff like the best dramedies do, but then it keeps you guessing with the suspense. It's got laughs, it's got heart, it explores cultural themes, and the characters are just unforgettable. Four-quadrant just means it clicks with pretty much everyone, different ages, different tastes. That's rare, and it suggests this show is really built to captivate a wide audience.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Basically, Julie's Place seems to offer something genuinely unique. It's got that relatable family warmth and chaos you might expect, but then layers in this compelling mystery that keeps you hooked. Best of both worlds, maybe?
I think that's a great way to put it. And maybe the final thought to leave you with is how skillfully it moves between that lighthearted chaos and moments of real emotional weight, all while that suspense keeps building underneath. It really mirrors, in a way, how complex actual family life can be. The public faces, the private struggles, the secrets everyone carries. It feels multifaceted, like life.
Yeah, definitely sounds like one to check out. We really encourage you to experience Julie's Place for yourself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.